Hey Leo, Healing Grasshopper here to do your second week in January reading, the 9th to the 16th. The Magician. You are busy manifesting, Leo. If I'm not mistaken, you got the Magician card last week too, didn't you? No, you that was Leo, I guess. Maybe you had it in your yearly or something, I don't know. But anyway, manifestation. The Magician card is about you having everything at your disposal to create what you want, the resources, the intellect, the motivation, the passion. This is like having all the aces at once. What else we got? World card. Yeah, almost everyone's getting this card because it's true. We're going to look. There's one of the aces I just said. The aces are arriving. Reversed. Going through a portal, rebirth, a change of paradigm, a new chapter. And apparently, Leo, whether you know it consciously or not, um, the very least somewhere inside of you, you are aware of this portal that you are going through, and you are planning and um, gathering all your strength and resources to create what you desire in life because you recognize this opportunity. Because this represents a blank slate, something new. And you, like I said, recognize that. And it's like you're standing in front of this blank canvas with paints and a brush. You're ready to create something new. The Ace of Cups um, is an overflow of divine love. This can mean anything from actual romantic love, um, platonic love, passion, enthusiasm, um, an overwhelming feeling of love and support from the universe. And what I'm feeling is the latter. This is overwhelming love and support from the universe. It's like infusing your own capacity to love. The Tower. The Tower comes out when the universe is coming in to change something and like overhaul something in your life. This is not something that you should be afraid of, although towers in the moment can be very disruptive and startling and sometimes scary, you know, and upsetting. But the tower is under the magician and it diagonally attached to the world here. So this is just talking about the destruction of the old because you're going into something new. This is very much like um, having the death card. But the thing is that the tower is a specific pointing to um, the divine stepping in your life to take something away that is no longer in play or no longer needs to be there. So if you come across something in this week that is startling to you, difficult for you, something beyond your control that's like startling, like, oh my gosh, what just happening? What just happened or what's happening? Um, just kind of relax into it and through it and know that it's going to work out for the greater good because towers are, 90% of the time for that, for the greater good. I mean, for you, that's what it means. I won't go into the other meaning. Well, temperance in the middle. We'll see if that's really reversed in a moment. What else we got? Spirit. So temperance um, is a very powerful card, number one, to come in the center of your reading, which is talking about the focus of the week, but diagonally from the magician, because the magician is manifestation. Temperance is alchemy. So you are transforming things in your life, creating things in your life, transforming things in your life. The Fool. And by the way, temperance next to the Tower, transformation, right? The Fool, I just heard, just take the leap. It's like, you see these people falling out of the tower, just jump because the tower is going to fall anyway, and you don't need that tower. You'll be fine. So this is moving forward without going through whatever the situation is for you. You'll recognize it when it comes. Don't go through it fighting it and trying to prevent it and kicking and screaming. A tower is something like you just have to step back from. You can't control a tower. You can't prevent it. And you shouldn't because you're not gonna you have nothing to gain from trying to prevent a tower. Mhm. There. All right, two more. We have two more spirit. That's fun. How fabulous. All right. We'll wait. Okay. Look at this, a Wheel of Fortune. Having the Wheel of Fortune and the worlds in a reading. Who else had this? Capricorn. Yeah. This and a lot of others had the world in this week. Isn't that interesting? Well, we are all going through a portal, so. Wheel of Fortune. Things happening for the greater good. It's pretty much what it's saying. Good fortune. Things turning in your favor. The Seven of Swords is about you coming up on top. Um, it can be a whole lot of other things, but for you in this reading, it's coming out on top. This is a very triumphant card for you. This is also, I just heard life hacks. There is there is a certain mode that you're in this week where there's like a light bulb on top of your head the whole week, like, oh, I could do this like this, and look at I there's a shortcut to get to what I want, and that's what this is pretty much saying. And then the sun is optimism and enjoyment and fun. This is going to be a good week, um, Leo, despite this disruptive event that happens. What's our last card? King of Swords. Okay, so this is very much speaking to the tower. This is a closing statement from Spirit saying that you need to be watchful for things that need to be closed out in your life and removed. Um, or you have to acknowledge too. Some of it, actually, it's both. Um, Number one, you're going to need to be observant and look for things that need to be removed. But this is also mostly observing this tower and knowing that things need to be removed from your life. Do we have clarification cards? Yes. Okay. What do we got, Spirit? Yeah. I cannot tell you how perfect this Eight of Cups is in a diagonal with the world and the tower. This is departing from the old. He's walking away from upright cups because he knows deep down inside that there's something better for him off in the distance, and he's going to go find it, right? Going through a new portal, demolishing what doesn't serve you, walking away from what doesn't serve you. So, what this is saying here is be brave enough to walk away willingly, not kicking and screaming. Hmm. Knight of Swords. There's an air of impatience with the Knight of Swords. If you see he's galloping on a horse, he's charging forward, he's in a great hurry. Yeah, I don't see any caveats for this. Knight of Swords can carry a caveat of like, um, slow down. But this is really saying charge forth in a diagonal with the world and the fool. It's like you know, feel free to open the throttle and go into turbo mode, and gun it and move away from the past. What else we got, Spirit? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about protecting your heart. The queen is holding her heart, her desires, her capacity to love in her covered chalice here, and she guards it with everything she has inside of her. She doesn't open this chalice for just anyone. But what this is saying for you in this reading is you are safe. We have the Ace of Cups here. You are safe. It's okay to move forward with love and be open to receiving love and giving love. But look at the Fool is upright here, accidentally upright. Um, let's see if that's for us. No. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm not getting much else for the Queen of Cups. We'll see. But here's another ace. Ace of Pentacles. This is the universe giving you a raise. Um, bringing forth the capacity to increase your abundance in your life. I need two more, please, Spirit. Three of Pentacles. This is your value. You're gonna find out this week, um, Leo, how much someone really admires you and values you. You were gonna get a peek into how some people see you, which is positively. This could be in your personal life or in your professional life or both. I have a feeling like these are new people in your life. People that you're meeting. I need one more here. We have double down on the Seven of Swords. This is the being clever card. The being, together with the King of Swords, this is being smarter than your opponents. This is being smarter than your opponent and being able to detect BS and like being able to see people's motivations too, so you can one up them. Do we have advice card? No? Let me know how this resonates for you, Leo. Drop me a line, talk to me. I answer every single comment because I love engaging with my viewers. Um, please like and subscribe. Um, I'm trying to get to 1,000 well, beyond 1,000 subscribers. Um, I suppose now that I've reached 1,000, I can uh, turn my goal towards 10,000 if I dare. So it's a really quick gesture. Clicking on like and subscribe costs you nothing and really does help the channel. So please do so. And even if you think you're subscribed, go have a look and see if you really are, because you might find surprisingly that you're not. Okay. Um, if you're really inclined to helping this channel, go have a look at the playlist section. I have a bunch of playlists made. There's a Leo playlist and many others. Choose one, set it to autoplay, and have it on as background noise as you go about your daily tasks, or while you're winding down in bed, or even while you sleep, because watch hours are everything to help a channel grow. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Leo. I also love you very much, my Leo light workers. So I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.